Today we're taking a look at these NCAAB matches, which are happening on Monday, November 29, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Central Michigan vs Kentucky. Central Michigan is also weak on the offensive end of the court, averaging 63.8 points per game and shooting an average of only 39.4%. The leading scorer for Central Michigan is Jermaine Jackson Jr. with an average of 13.6 points per game, and Jackson is also the dish leader with an average of 3.0 assists per game. As a team, Central Michigan is averaging 11.2 assists and a disappointing 14.0 turnovers per game. Our first betting advice is to pick Kentucky Wildcats -28. The Wildcats have had a different leading scorer in each of their 6 games this season and have 4 players averaging double figures. Tidy Washington Jr., a 6'3" freshman, leads the team with 14.8 PPG and is shooting 46% from the field, 35% from 3, and 83.3% from the line. Keon Brooks Jr., a 6'7" junior, is second averaging 14.2 PPG. Oscar Chibu, a 6'9" transfer from West Virginia, is averaging 13.2 PPG and a national best 16 rebounds per game. Kentucky also has the nation's assist leader in Georgia transfer Saver Wheeler with 9.2 assists per game and 11.8 PPG. Our second betting advice is to pick under 146. Iowa vs Virginia. Iowa never trailed on the night as they improved to 6-0 on the young season. Redshirt sophomore Patrick McCaffrey scored 14 points, all in the second half as Iowa pulled away. Guard Tony Perkins added 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Senior Philip Rebrocka chipped in with 5 points and matched Murray for a team-best 9 rebounds. The Hawkeyes would finish the night with 43 rebounds as a team and scored a whopping 46 points in the painted area. They also forced Portland State into 23 turnovers, compared to just 10 of their own. Iowa head coach Fran McCaffrey liked the effort of his team, particularly the team's sophomore twins. Our first betting advice is to pick Iowa Hawkeyes, -1.5. When the Cavaliers are focused, they can put opponents under defensive lock and key like it's Azkaban on the hardwood. Teams are only averaging 53.6 points per game against them this season. If they can hit the off switch on the streaky shooting for Iowa, they could potentially rattle them enough to pull out a victory. The defensive effort is certainly good enough to make them earn every bucket. Sure, Iowa's offensive potency is a real problem, but Virginia's elite defense could bring about a real solution. Our second betting advice is to pick under 132.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. South Florida vs Boston College. US offense has been atrocious to start the season. They only have one player averaging more than 10 points per game. They only average 56.4 points per game. They are in the bottom 10 in pace, offensive rating, and true shooting percentage. USF is also in the bottom half of Division I in rebounds and assists. They do lean on their defense. They are 43rd in defensive rating and only allow 54.2 points per game. The argument could be made that it is early in the season, and with so many new faces on the team they haven't quite figured out how to play together. They are going to need to learn quickly if they want to be competitive in conference play, and this will be a good test. Our first betting advice is to pick Boston College -6.5. Boston College is number 142 in adjusted offensive efficiency, with its strength being on the offensive glass. The Eagles are also shooting well from beyond the arc, knocking down 37.7% of their attempts from the three-point line. They will be facing a South Florida defense that ranks number 26 in opponents' effective field goal percentage. Boston College has an extremely balanced lineup, with 4 players scoring in double figures. Guard Demar Langford Jr. is scoring a team-high 12.6 points and is grabbing 5.4 rebounds. Forward TJ Bickerstaff is scoring 10.6 points and is grabbing a team-best 7.9 rebounds per game. Guards Jaden Zachary and Mackay Ashton Langford are both averaging double digits as well. Our second betting advice is to pick over 120. Notre Dame vs Illinois. Notre Dame is averaging 70.8 points per game. They scored 67 points in their last game, making 39.6% of their field goals and 23.1% of their three-pointers. Dane Goodwin led the way for Notre Dame with 18 points and 8 rebounds. Prentice Hubb finished with 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Paul Atkinson Jr. had 11 points and 5 rebounds. Notre Dame has done a better job defensively, giving up 62.4 points per game. They gave up 73 points in their last game and will need to do a better job if they want to win this game. Illinois is averaging 74.3 points per game. They scored 94 points in their last game, making 62.3% of their field goals and 42.1% of their three-pointers. Kofi Cockburn led the way for Illinois with 38 points and 10 rebounds. Alfonso Plummer finished with 30 points and 2 rebounds, while Coleman Hawkins added 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Illinois has also played well defensively, giving up 64.5 points per game. They gave up 85 points in their last game and will need a significantly better performance if they want to get the win. Our first betting advice is to pick Notre Dame +6.5. Cockburn paces an Illinois offense that is number 32 in adjusted efficiency. The Illini have struggled with turnover issues, ranked number 334 in turnover rate. They have made up for some of those issues with offensive rebounding, where they are pulling down the 5th most offensive boards of any team in the country. Guard Alfonso Plummer is scoring 12.7 points. Number 14 Illinois will be hoping to grab another non-conference win heading into its matchup against Rutgers later this week. The Fighting Illini opened the season with wins over Jackson State and Arkansas State before losing consecutive games to Marquette and Cincinnati. They bounced back with a win over Kansas State last Tuesday and then added a 94-85 decision against Rio Grande Valley. Star big man Kofi Cockburn scored a career-high 38 points in the win. He missed the first 3 games of the season due to an NCAA suspension, but he is scoring 26.3 points and grabbing 10.0 rebounds in the 3 games since then. Our second betting advice is to pick under 143.5.